X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. And do you think that for one moment, here today, days after the event, he's killed by two masked men, right? He came out on social media and said, guys, before he dies, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him, they talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No. They never did that. She's going to stand up, sit there, and she's going to tell you that the reason that she wanted security with Mr. Onfroy on the day that he was shot was because of the issues that he had with Drake and Migos. She's going to tell you that.
Check it out now. When you're down bad, people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the three idiots out of Broward County who are standing trial for the murder of xxxtentacion, essentially, they have really nothing to say in court. This is all a sham. It's a fraud. It's a scam. It basically is a clown show that's going on in court. Today was the first day, and if you don't remember, in 2018, there was actually 4 people arrested for his murder, but one guy, his name is Robert Allen, take a look at the picture, he got brought some McDonald's, and he swiftly began to gonna tell it all. Okay? Now, the 3 guys who actually took it to trial, they're now trying to put up a defense to try to say they didn't kill X. However, they got surveillance footage, they got people who are telling, they got people, they got GPS evidence, they have eyewitnesses, they have all type of things that basically say these guys did it. Nevertheless, they're still trying to fight this case. And in one of the most ridiculous assertions that the defense team has made, at least for one of these guys, Dietrich Williams, his lawyer is coming out to say, yo, why y'all think my client did it? Even though y'all got him on tape, rocking like a masked up thing. He got on gloves, all type of stuff. Yeah, even though you got that footage, right? And you think he killed him, why did y'all think about or go investigate Drake? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can't make this up. Yes. The lawyer for these guys want Drake to be investigated because they said, hey, listen, even though you think it's them, why y'all ain't check out Drake when the last person he had beef with is Drake? This is one of the things that now we get to realize. This is why they say you shouldn't threaten people online, right? Or you shouldn't even say certain things online, because if that person or anyone actually gets hurt, people are going to look at the last person they were beefing with. Okay, remember X, who had some really light issues with Drake. It wasn't that serious, but he did tweet out, or actually put on his Instagram, if something happened to him, Drake did it. There's a longer story to that, which honestly, if you ask me, I spoke to X while he was going through the whole saga, because it all started about with a fake picture that he posted. It was a Photoshop picture of Drake. After he got told that, man, Drake is pretty powerful, took it down, but then he said, if something happens to me, Drake did. Now, that fuels conspiracy theories and a lot of other things, but let's not ignore the facts, okay? While it might sound like an attractive story that Drake did something, let's keep it honest what really happened. We're seeing it bore out in court. It really happened where he went to go buy a bike. According to his mom, he wanted to ride a bike that he could clear his mind. Okay, he went to go buy a bike. They told him a price. He went to the bank, got the money. Somebody was at the bike stop or bike shop. They heard it, that he was going to go get the money. They waited. They made a call, called other people. And when he came back with the money in cash, they actually surrounded the vehicle or blocked him from leaving. And essentially, they tried to rob him for the cash. When they tried to rob him for the cash, he basically did not give it up. Also, we saw the person who was with him, supposedly his uncle, got out of the car and ran for his life. X struggled for a significant while, also defiantly, verbally telling them that he would not give it up. And essentially, they shot him multiple times. That's how he died. Okay? Now, of course, that just seems too open and shut for these guys, because they're going to go to jail for life. They will never see freedom again. So what's happened is that the lawyers is trying to throw anything in the water. Okay? They're trying to throw the fridge out of the motherfucking window, okay? And they're saying that Drake is someone who should be looked at. Drake was an enemy of X, and what about Drake rapping certain lines? And again, even if Drake did rap those lines maliciously, let's be very clear, Drake was not in the vicinity. Drake was not at the place where this happened. And by the way, if they killed X on behalf of Drake, they would have just told on Drake. They're not telling on Drake, okay? You know what they're saying? Hey, go investigate another guy. Just let our guy free. It don't work like that. You guys did the killing. You guys are going to jail, okay? Sorry to say that, but, I'm kind of also, I'll admit my bias. I'm a little bit heavily invested into this because X was a very close personal friend of mine, and I definitely want justice to be served. Also prayers for his mom, Cleo, who has to go through all these proceedings and get, she had to relive these memories of, watching her son go into the bank, having his life being stripped from him while he sat in a car fighting over goddamn Louis bag. Okay. Anyway, get a comment, what you guys like. I will be giving some more updates on this as this trial progresses, but this is completely BS, a clown show. These guys, obviously will be penalized, and we're at the moment where they do get penalized because after this, it'll be very clear that these guys are just guilty, but they're going to say anything to try to avoid prosecution. But this is goddamn pathetic, all right? Anyway, get in the comment, you guys like and subscribe. I know some of y'all are going to think about conspiracy theories. Well, Drake this, Drake that. Listen, in your world, maybe you think only rappers kill rappers. In the real world, a really famous guy who walks around or drives around with no security and takes out large wads of cash, sometimes people try to plot on them. That's really what happens in reality, okay? Anyways, pray for everybody except these idiots who actually did this. In the comments.